Glad to have you here. Alright, so we got some good looking food here. We got some fries with like mac and cheese with hot Cheetos and grilled bacon. It looks like grilled onions. And we got some waffles with strawberries and raspberries, cream, and what's those one?
The dulce de leche sauce.
Dulce de leche sauce. Hey, look at that. Look at that goodness right there. So there's a reason for having this. What's up guys, my name's David, aka DtAthlete. We're going to be talking about a couple of fitness things today. So if you guys don't know who I am, I'm a trainer and I'm a real estate agent. And 2 facts about myself is I ran track for UCLA and I can solve an Rubik's Cube in under 2 minutes.
Wow.
Alright.
That was really good.
Who are you?
Hey you guys, I'm LeaJay. I'm a personal trainer at Metroplex. I specialize in nutrition and performance. I love helping a wide variety of clients, but my specialty is athletic performance and nutrition. Random facts about myself. I love Jay-Z, LeaJay, hence the name. And I love food. No, but seriously, like I really enjoy the lifestyle that we live, and it's such a privilege. So getting to speak to you guys is like awesome. I'm thankful to be here. Thank you, David.
Yeah, glad to have you here. All right, so we got some good-looking food here. We got some fries with like mac and cheese with hot Cheetos and grilled bacon. It looks like grilled onions. And we got some waffles with strawberries and raspberries, cream, and what's those one?
The dulce de leche sauce.
Dulce de leche sauce. Hey, look at that. Look at that goodness right there. So there's a reason for having this. It's part of the topics that we're going to talk about today. So the first topic we're going to talk about is what's on the list?
Crash diets.
Crash dieting.
Crash dieting.
I always get so for you guys watching on YouTube, we have a live video going on right here on Instagram. So we'll be answering questions here and there. So crash dieting. So my opinions on, you can go first. What's your opinions on people that crash diet?
People that crash diet are really not in it to win it, because they want the like fast, the quick, but it's not really sustainable. So I always see crash dieting as like you just went to Vegas and you blew all your like years worth of like income and you just blew it on like a Saturday night. Yeah. And like now you're just like, oh man, I gotta start over. Like you just effed yourself up completely.
Yeah, they binge eat and then they'll go home like, all right, I'm gonna go on a juicing diet for like 2 weeks. I'm gonna lose all this weight. So that's usually the reasons why people crash diet. They eat like shit and they just like destroy themselves, and then they feel guilty, and then they feel like they have to do something extreme to get it back, which is can get you in like a bad hole. And yeah, so my opinion on it is why do a diet that's not going to be sustainable? So if you're trying to lose weight, well, in the first place, you should be living a healthy lifestyle, so you wouldn't have to do things like a crash diet. So if you are already like getting leaner and oh, I got distracted. There's people walking by. So if you're like, I wish I had a chart right here. So if I had a chart of where people are at, if you're like in the healthy range of like, for guys like 10 to 12% right here, if you're in this range, like you would have no need to crash diet. But if you're like really fat or really obese and high fat, like you should be doing things that are going to help you get down to that healthy range and not like resort to like something like a crash diet. That's not going to help you long term. It's not beneficial for you. And
it's definitely in the mindset. I really feel like the whole dieting thing is like this mindset, and I feel like a lot of it is like, but it's like propaganda. It's like when we're reading magazines, it's like when we're told like go on a diet. It's like when really in reality it's all about just like creating, like you said, something very sustainable and realistic, so that you can stick with it. Because you're not gonna do anything if you can't accomplish it long term. You're not gonna go buy a home if you can't like pay the mortgage, right? Yeah. So it's very, very you gotta like adjust that mindset. So crash dieting is all like it's like a habit, mindset, and psychological thing.
just like young people nowadays, they want to find that next big thing, like try to make money super fast. And people who are wealthy don't do that. They don't think of they don't think about fast money. They think long term and something that's going to build them wealth over time instead of like right now. So you got to be patient with it. Yeah, it's a little harder because you got to be patient, but the more patient you are, the better results you'll see. And some people don't understand that. They just want to I want it now, and then what happens is they end up getting like fat again. They never develop those habits to sustain them long term versus just that quick fix, and it's not sustainable. Which goes into the next topic, which was
binge exercising.
Oh, binge exercising. It goes into the same thing as the crash dieting. So I'll start off with this one. So the same thing with like the Vegas example. People go to Vegas and then along with that crash diet, they'll binge exercise. Like I'm gonna train 2 hours every day, or I'm gonna train 2 times a day. I'm gonna go hard 5 days a week, 7 days a week. 2 a days. There's nothing wrong with like loving to work out, but when you do it for the wrong purpose of just trying to binge work out like excessively, and even doing that's not sustainable. You don't see like professional athletes training at that high level every single day. They need they do their training that's something that they can sustain for the rest of the season. So nothing that's gonna like burn them out. So you got to be smart with how you like program your training. You can't just like go hard all the damn time. You're gonna burn yourself out, and then you're gonna be like, I need to take a month off. I need to take 2 months off. I'm burnt out. I don't want to train anymore. And that's my thing on like binge working out, binge exercising.
I've seen that so many times, whether it's like someone getting ready for an event, or they just like all of a sudden they're just like gung-ho. They like went and bought every like workout outfit,
every supplement possible, all these fat burners, every
like running shoe, and they're just like grinding. They do that for like 3 months, and they're like, oh my gosh, they get so sick because their body couldn't tolerate that, and then or they get injured because they didn't prepare themselves properly to handle that amount of workload onto their body. Therefore, something always happens. I always see that. Like, I hate to say that, but then that sets them back, and that's the worst thing.
Oh yeah, I think it's huge in like bodybuilding. You'll see a lot of like people like, oh, I'm doing this 12-week prep. I'm gonna get lean for this show for bikini or for like men's physique, and after the show, you won't even see them working out anymore. I'm not saying this is for everybody. Like the people who are about that life, you'll see them still training, and they'll have their big cheat meal or whatever, but they get back on the grind. Most people, they do these shows as an excuse to get lean, which is like another way. It's a long-term crash diet, because after that, they just like take 2 months off, 3 months, get fat as hell, and then like they can't sustain it. They just like binge dieted and crash dieted. Like crash dieted and binge worked out just for that show. There's nothing wrong with that, but you don't learn how to create that lifestyle of what we try to preach to our clients.
Yeah, we're all about the savagery, but there's definitely a plan in place for that, so that we can achieve the goals we have set for our clients, and then we also know how to create that optimal plan as well, so that we're still progressing at a different level, whether we're in that competition mode or not. So I feel like that's very crucial. It's like really understanding the protocols and the cycles that it takes to really achieve a long-term goal, like, or sustain it at a high level.
I agree. What's the next topic we got today?
So we got binge exercising, binge working out. I think it's just also, like you said, lifestyle. You know, like eating out.
Yeah. So for example, though, we can talk about the reason why we have this. So for myself personally, I've done like the strict meal plans and following a strict diet, and I realized that like the more deeper I go into that diet, the more I like crave foods like this, and it's so restrictive. And then when I get a chance to eat foods like this, I just go hard, and like it's hard to control yourself, especially when you restrict yourself for so long. You just want to eat like crap for like a week straight, and that sets yourself up for a lot of problems with your metabolism, and you just gain a lot of weight really fast.
And it like really messes like with your hormones, like on a deeper level. It gets to a point where it's like uncontrollable psychologically. It's a more of a hormonal situation, and a lot of times you can be eating carrots and celery, you're still gaining weight.
Oh heck yeah!
If you held yourself back for so long. So that's definitely where moderation is essential.
So I follow macros myself, and I don't don't count macros as an excuse to eat like shit. It's a budget for myself because I know how many calories I should be eating, and that those calories are broken down into proteins, carbs, and fats. Within those are certain limits of those when we measure them through grams. And so, for example, use like a budget of like 2,000 calories. Say someone has to eat 200 grams of carbs and like 150 protein and say like 50 grams of fat. That'll equal a certain amount of calories. And if you stay within those budgets, you should be good. You're not going to gain weight or lose weight, depending on if you're setting calorie restrictions. And you can, like, it's doable. You can get away with eating stuff like this if it fits in your budget. But at the same time, it's going to make you, one, feel like shit. You're going to feel greasy. It's going to burn. You're going to be hungry all day, which is going to increase your chances of like binge eating or like eating a bunch of crap. But
you always want to primarily like. So I always break it down into like tiers. Like, okay, I have my like essential, like tier 1, 2, and 3, right? So my essential is like top tier is like obviously like the lean proteins, the better carb sources, like slower digesting, you know, our sweet potatoes, our rice. And then like my third tier is like, all right, I want to have this waffle, so I'm gonna eat this waffle. I just want to make sure I'm still getting the essential nutrients and the proper nutrients for my aesthetic goals and my performance goals. And then at the end of the night, if I'm like, yo, I want that ice cream, I'm gonna get that ice cream. I'm not gonna go like crazy and then be like, oh, I want ice cream and start looking at all these photos of like ice cream that I can't eat. Because I know a lot of competitors, like, you know, you go through that, especially on restrictive meal plans where it's like tilapia, green beans,
asparagus. And there's like nothing wrong with those foods. Like the thing is with like counting macros and being flexible in your diet, like you can eat, I wouldn't say like eat this, like especially if you're in a diet for like a contest prep or something, I wouldn't say eat this, but like you're not restricted to that. If you wanted to, you know you can eat this if it fits within your means. It's just like money. Like you wouldn't go, if you make $2,000 a month, you wouldn't go and buy a $100,000 car and expect to like afford that. Like you're gonna blow your whole budget. You won't even be able to afford it. You'll blow your whole monthly budget trying to keep up with those payments. And that extra for calories, the extra calories that you eat is gonna just go into fat. Like you don't want to set yourself up for failure.
So it's like you want to hit your priorities first, right? Your proteins, your carbs, and your fats in the top tier of like, all right, I got my lean sources of my chicken or my fish and carb sources as well. But also getting that flexibility, it takes that stress off of you having to diet, because dieting can be stressful. It's like, just like another restrictive aspect somehow of you just cutting calories. But by being able to be like, okay, it's not the end of the world, and I'm not gonna fail at my goal if I have this waffle. It gives you that sense of like, relief. Like, this is cool. It's a lot more sustainable. I can do this.
And you'll be okay. You like, everything's not ruined from eating that one time, especially if it fits within your means.
So it's essentially, you just want to set yourself up for success from the get-go. You want to have clear goals of what you're trying to achieve, and then second, you want to make sure that your actions can meet those goals. Like, you know, you want to make sure that you can do it, you can commit, you're going to be honest with yourself. And then lastly, you want to make sure that you can execute on a consistent basis, because at the end of the day, we all know it's about consistency. Making sure that our clients are consistent, we're consistent, because that is going to get us full long-term results, and we're just going to be happy all the time.
And regardless, dieting, it's not easy. Like you're gonna have times of struggle. Don't think like you can go into a diet and just like, oh, it's gonna be like my normal life. Like I can diet forever. No, like dieting's gonna be hard, especially in the last stages of like dieting. Like it's gonna be difficult, and the more consistent you can be with it and get to your goals, like you can like get a little bit more looser with your diet and eat a little bit more calories. So people get in this misconception of like, damn, I have to eat like this for life to be this lean. Like, at the deeper parts, yes, but if you want to make it a lifestyle, you have to, for some people, you can't expect to stay at like that freaking super low body fat levels for life. Like, it's not going to happen. Like, you can't do. Some people are genetically like blessed and they can stay lean they can eat this like daily without counting macros and still stay lean. I know tons of people like that, and I'm sure you guys know too. They can eat whatever they want and still stay lean. But most of us aren't as like blessed as that. So
but you can still work yourself up to consuming a lot more calories than when you previously had started a diet. Because I know I like to eat at night, right? I like to have my little munchies, and I always get comments like, oh, it's because you're lean, you can eat like that, you can eat whatever you want, but really it's taken time for my metabolism to adapt and to really be able to consume those calories on a regular basis. So it's taken work even for myself.
People don't see like the work that's been put in to build all that muscle to support the metabolism and the cardio and the workouts that you do and how much you're doing during the day. Like, people don't realize that. They just think like, oh, you're just lucky. Some people are lucky, but for me, I know I have to like work for it, and most people don't see it. They just think I'm just lucky. And for me, I work for it. And I'm sure the same is for you.
Yeah, I mean, everything you have to work for, but I mean, the reason why we were like passionate about making this video is to tell you guys that it's still achievable. You just gotta work for it. You just gotta be consistent. You gotta show up every day, and you just gotta be honest with yourself and make the better choices. And know that you don't have to yo-yo diet. You don't have to binge exercise. You don't have to do these crazy things to feel a certain way or to look a certain way. Because at the end of the day, it's about your health internally. That's what matters. But as trainers and coaches and leaders, we're here to like show you that it's achievable. You just got to have like a clear, concise goal, a plan, and just know that you can do it. Because it's all like, you can like eat this all the time, and people are like, I'll never be able to eat a cupcake in my life. You're like, what?
You can do it. You just gotta be smart and find balance. Like, in the beginning stages, you're gonna have to grind and get down to the body fats. Like, I can get away with a lot more stuff because of the work I put in, but you haven't done that yet. Most of you haven't done that yet, so you have to build that, and it takes time. Stop wasting your time with these like
waist trainers.
Waist trainers. I was gonna say the binge workouts and the crash diets and the secret supplements, the secret exercise, the secret routines. It just takes time. You gotta be patient.
The slim tea.
Oh yeah, the slim tea. Oh my god, the slim teas, all that crap. And some of you guys buy it too because you see these hot girls doing it. Like, that's the reason why they got fit. Oh my gosh, that's a whole nother video.
We train them actually.
Yeah.
We train those hot chicks.
That's a whole nother video. But I think that's good for this video. We're like 17 minutes deep.
Yes.
And I really want these fries, so we'll catch you next time. If you want to check out what Leah's got going on, you can follow her on Instagram. What else you got going on?
I got Instagram at LeaJay, and I have Snapchat Levels because LEA is my first name, and I feel like every day we got to graduate to a new level of ourselves, our goals, and what we're here to do, our mark, our passion, our life's work. So we always got to level up, right?
Always got to move. You can't stay stagnant. Nobody wants to stay like regular their whole life. You want to be elite.
Exactly. And LeaJay.com, reach out to me, contact. And you can always find me at Metro Flex in Long Beach. That is my home gym. Thankful for my home gym. Thankful for Eddie and like the whole squad, the OA squad, right? Yeah.
All right. So if you don't know who I am, David, you can find me at DtAthlete on Instagram. DtrainExpress.com. I'll put a bunch of the links down below. So hope you guys got some value out of this video, and if you want to see more, see us like interview some more, or talk about some more topics, go ahead and leave a comment below, and we'll answer them in the next video.
Yeah, hit me with some messages. Let me know. We're your resources, so we got all the answers.
We got all the keys, and we're willing to give it to you guys. All right, thanks for watching.
Thank you guys.
Peace.